There is an extremely toxic narrative in education that's perpetuated in teacher training programs, in professional development sessions, by administrators or your colleagues, and in the public's perception of educators. And that is the narrative that in order to be a good teacher, you cannot have professional boundaries. And that in order to be a good teacher, you should always put students' needs above your own, even if it's to the detriment of your own well-being or requires you to do free labor. This comment is on a video where I'm not providing a week's worth of work ahead of time for a student whose parent is taking them on vacation in the middle of the school year. And instead, I've let them know that the work will be posted to Google Classroom every single day. My experience is as a 612 computer science teacher. Now, what that means is that the fewest students I've had in a semester is 120 and the most is 230. Now, the semester I had 230 students, I was teaching 8 sections of 4 unique classes, 2 of which didn't have provided curriculum. And on average, I had about an hour a day of prep time, which is actually really good. Many teachers have way less than an hour a day, especially elementary teachers. Now, obviously, that was not enough time to do my job well, and I was working 60-hour weeks because I believed that in order to be a good teacher, I needed to sacrifice my needs for my students. What actually ended up happening is I got very sick and I started to get burnt out. And what I realized is that I could not serve students well, and I certainly couldn't serve students well long-term to stay in the profession if I didn't take care of myself. My entire purpose of making this type of content is to help great teachers stay in the profession longer. Great teachers getting burnt out because they put everybody else's needs before themselves, because they work 50, 60-hour weeks but don't get paid for that time, because people like you tell them that setting professional boundaries makes them selfish, is going to be the reason that we lose great teachers. And you know what's wild? When I started taking care of myself, I was a better teacher. I won national teaching awards having professional boundaries. Anyway, all that to say, you are part of the problem, and I'm going to keep making professional boundary content for teachers.